So with that sort of authenticity and uniqueness that you're bringing as a concept to the Indian market as well, it's a very niche segment that you're catering to, right? Do you think Indian market is ripe enough to be able to enjoy that sort of a luxury yet?
So it's a great question, but I think yes, and you're very right, because timing is everything. And we looked at a lot of data points. Let me give you a number. 10 million inbound tourists come into India. In the luxury segment, that's actually only 1 million, if you really ask me, because 9 million is a lot of inter-traffic between Bangladesh, India, Nepal, India, Sri Lanka, India, and sometimes workforce movements and whatever. So there are 1 million luxury tourists. Now let's look at domestic trips. Post-COVID, Indians did 2.3 billion domestic trips in a year. Now assume 99% of those domestic trips are not in the luxury segment. There's still 23 million trips which are in the luxury segment. So the Indian domestic market is much bigger than the inbound luxury market. And that's why when we started building the Postcard Hotel, and I always say this, if we built Postcard in 2010, I think we would have failed. But we built Postcard Hotel at the right place at the right time. The thing was that the Indian domestic market was so big, and that's why we opened in Goa. Think about it. The foreign inbound tourist traffic was always coming to Rajasthan and Kerala. These were the two places that the traffic was coming to. Actually, 72% of the traffic is Delhi, Agra, Jaipur actually. Still that golden triangle as we say it. So our point was, why did we open first in Goa? And why haven't we started Rajasthan with Jaipur and Udaipur? And why Ranthambore? So it's also to take a very different approach to things. So to say, first question is, where do Indians want to go? Where do high-end Indians want to travel? And if you build great, iconic, world-class hotels, the world will anyway come. And we're seeing that happening with us in Bhutan. We're seeing that happening with us in Sri Lanka. We're seeing that happening with us in Goa.
All right. So you don't think you are a little late in entering into this segment because of the competitive space? Do you think you'll be able to grow your market share, market size enough?
I think the answer really lies, and it's a public fact because numbers can always be checked today. But we were profitable last year, and this is only the 4th year of operating, and we've already opened 9 hotels in 4 years. We're opening another 23 are under construction as we speak. We open 8 next year. Nobody's built 8 hotels from scratch in a year and opened it. Actually, nobody's done that, and in diverse destinations. So, so from our perspective, I think we're on a phenomenally good wicket, and we've kind of retained our profitability metrics. It's just not growth at any cost. We've been very conscious about how we grow, because when you build luxury, it's a long haul. But I turn it around, Bhavya, and say, imagine what happens in the next 10 years. You have great 100, 150 great iconic Postcard hotels globally. You're traveling to Florence, you have a great Postcard Hotel there. Would you go and stay there, or would you go and stay at any of the other brands? You'd say, I know the brand knows me. The brand has 3 key pillars of authenticity in terms of no check-in, check-out times anywhere in the world, anytime breakfast anywhere in the world. So you wake up at 4 p.m. because you partied the whole night last night till 5, and breakfast is still served at 4.
No one loves waking up super early on a vacation.
Exactly, and all hotels shut their breakfast buffets at 10:30, and I could never figure out why. Okay, so there's also maybe all hotels should change it to any time. Let the consumer choose what time they want to have breakfast. And same for check-in and check-out. Our job is not to make money because you're checking in early and make you wait in the lobby, or make money when you're checking out late. The whole point is the hotel needs to customize itself according to you. And then the third moat is very clear: design and authenticity. And then service means, think about the fact, Bhavya, that we would not be anywhere if we were not pretty much ranked as, by our guests, as the best in the world. Our chain score on booking.com with verified reviews, that means not anybody can go and post a review, only if you've booked on booking.com, and then only can you post a review, is 9.6. That's the highest globally, and we've done it in 4 years. At World Travel Awards this year, we had 8 awards, which was pretty much the biggest number for any hotel chain in any country in Vietnam last month. So I think we're kind of setting a new pace. I think we're doing it the right way. We need to work fast, because and so that's why there's a lot of innovation not only happening in hotel service quality and authenticity, but in hotel product design. So what we're saying is, why can't a hotel, from the time we conceptualize it to open in 12 months? Because earlier on that period was 3 to 4 years. So there's a lot of innovation actually pretty much happening at every single level. So I think a lot of focus on that, but I don't believe I think we're just right place, right time. I think if we were too late, we wouldn't have been able to get so much market share. I think if we were too early, we would have been in deep losses, because the product, the idea behind it was very niche. And unlike startups, where you are actually competing with other startups, we are actually competing with very well-funded, strong balance sheets,
Right.
whether in India or globally.
Right.
They're all highly profitable. They have very strong balance sheets. They're backed by big industrial groups. So we are really up against some of the best balance sheets in the world, actually.